Hello, my wonderful, good-smelling triggers. Welcome back to more Let's Play Chrono Ninja. Princess Nadia, I was wrong. Please return to the castle. And the bat flies off. As roadkill, my dear. Yeah, I don't know. That bat thing was like, I guess, like an interesting idea, but it's like, well, it is kind of weird that that like none of the party members ever like questioned it. They were just like, why is this bat like following us? Like nobody like seems to like mind or notice or care that there's just like a freaking bat like following the party around. And at this point, we do know that it's associated with Ozzy in some way, because when Ozzy appeared in the main hallway or whatever, like that first room, the bat was like flying like near Ozzy, I think, right? I'm actually not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure it was. Okay, well, I was gonna talk to these people since I was like, well, I didn't really talk to a lot of the people. But it's like, well, if I have to do a freaking fight every time, maybe I won't. Oh man, that was 400 experience? Jeez. Yeah, I had to go back and, oh wait, I have to do this fight. It made me, pretty sure it made me do this fight. I didn't, like, talk to that one. Alright, whatever. But, yeah, I went to grind, but, like, there wasn't, I was, like, thinking, I was like, is there, like, a good place to grind? I was like, there really isn't. I went back to the Denadoro Mountains, and I went, like, up the entire mountain again, just to see if there was, like, a fight that was, like, easy, that I could, like, repeat over and over again. And, turns out the best fight was the one that was right by the Masamune cave or whatever, that, like, last fight. There's, like, 2 of those, like, freelancer guys, and then 3 of, like, the goblins, the ones without the wooden mallets or whatever. So all of those guys, like, go down, like, pretty easily. Chrono and Frog can one-shot him, and Marl can, well, I think Marl was, like, sometimes doing, like, 100, but then other times doing, like, 50. Maybe the 100 was a crit hit, and it was in fast forward, so I didn't notice. Well, I think the screen, like, flashes, but maybe I didn't see it. But they don't, like, she doesn't have, like, a double thing or whatever. Like, when dude with the sword, they do, like, a double slash when it's a crit hit. And I guess, like, the other characters have some kind of, like, different animation. But Marl and Luca, I think, are the 2 that that there's, like, not, like, an obvious visual, like, difference. So maybe the 100 that I saw was a crit hit. Oh, man, that sucks, by the way. Hopefully I have at least 1 mid-ether. Wait, that isn't Flea. Where's the real Flea? Waha, here, over here. Oh, it was the bat the whole time. Actually, I had no idea. Giving up, little tadpole? Who is this person? Yeah, she's pretty hot. Keep your guard up. This is no ordinary woman. Meet Flea, the magician. What the? Hey, I'm a guy. Oh, you don't say? Well, we should nominate you to be Woman of the Year then, right? That is a guy? Male, female, what's the difference? Power is beautiful, and I've got the power. Poor little Froggy, you must be lonely now that Cyrus is gone. And to be turned into something so hideous, dreadful. But since you brought your new friends over to play, I'll show you all a good time. Oh man, I don't know how I feel about that. This is cool how we like go into like outer space. I have 2 mid-ethers. Oh man, I don't want to use like ice water. That's like a multi-attack. Oh wait, I forgot. She uses like confuse and poison. Rainbow Storm? Oh. I mean, I knew that she had a poison move. I didn't know that it was called that. Oh yeah, I learned some new stuff. I got Lightning 2, and I got Haste with Miss Marl. I should probably save for so I can heal. Let's heal with Frog, and let's try just spamming Ice Sword whenever Marl is not confused. Okay, she's gonna stay confused forever, apparently. Alright. Okay, so the poison displaces confusion, apparently. Oh, and she has sleep, too, apparently. Jesus. Oh, man. It's, 51 degrees out, I think. It was 61 during a previous recording, and I was still, like, kind of, like, warm. And I was like, geez, how cold is it gonna have to be before I'm, like, not uncomfortable, like, recording? And apparently the answer is, like, 51 degrees. Like, I feel okay. And I actually have some clothes on. So I think Nude Man Summer might be coming to an end. There might be a day where, if it's, like, you know, 65 or whatever. But, like, being nude, like, every single day, it's probably over for this year. Okay, well, I was wanting to do Ice Sword just to see if it does more. But Marl keeps getting, like, effed up. Might as well just X-Strike while I wait, I guess. Oh, she uses Darkness also, apparently. Alright. Okay, well, the good news is that all these status things either don't do any damage or they do very little damage. Is that a physical attack for 34? Okay, well, I guess, we'll just keep X-Striking. I actually don't know if Confusion wears off on its own. Oh, she's poisoned also. Okay, well, she's just gonna stand there. I guess I'll just keep X-Striking. Okay, we'll do an Aura Whirl. Hopefully Mara will be unconfused. You know what? I've been getting, like, a bunch of heals from the grinding fights or whatever. It'd probably be worth it to use one just so I can Aura Whirl. Oh yeah, I forgot. I can heal everyone with Frog. I'm dumb. Okay, well, we can finally test Ice Sword. I might have already done it once and just didn't look. I actually don't remember. $293. Okay, well, that's not as much as X-Strike. I don't know. I think we're going to be okay unless something crazy happens. Oh, dang. I should have bought more ethers. I should run out and grab ethers since I'm still close to the entrance. Let me see how much Spin Cut does on its own. Because doing Spin Cut and Ice might do more. Oh, never mind. I guess we're not going to find out. I mean, Ice would have only had to have done, like less than 100, I think. How can this be? Sir Magus! Ah, dead. Alright. I don't know why the screen has to flash for you to die. Okay, okay, so I can run past everyone. They don't fight me again, right? I do have to do this fight again. God dang it. Yeah, I just, like, walked up to him. Like, I didn't hit the talk button, but it, like, activated the fight. But apparently, or, like, because, that person was, like, blocking the way, I, like, had to, like, bump into him to try to get past him. So that's why that fight activated. I actually don't think I knew that. Crimson Rain. I don't know. I actually went back and watched that video. When it first came out, I, like, heard it, like, you know, like, a couple seconds of it. I'm like, boy, this song is just, like, long. It just, like, goes on and on. Like, I didn't watch, like, the whole thing. I was just like, okay, I think I get the point. But I don't know. Well, it's hard to understand what the guy is, like, saying. But apparently it's one of those, like, it actually, like, has, like, a meaning to it. It had something to do with racism, I think, or something like that. But after hearing, like, the lyrics, it was one of those things where it's like, seeing the lyrics on screen makes it easier to, like, understand. And I'm like, oh yeah, I guess it did have a meaning. Oh yeah, like, part of me feels, like, kind of bad for that guy. It's like, yeah, he had that, like, that big giant hit or whatever. And apparently he, like, still has, like, made, like, other videos from, like, time to time. But he was, like, obviously, like, never able to like, capture, like, lightning in a bottle, like, more than once. Okay, let me run back, grab those ethers. We'll be right back. Okay, I went around and checked the shops. None of the shops sell ethers. But I was able to get 20. There's a fight. It's actually right here. Here in the canyon or whatever. If you do this fight from this direction, you fight these two guys, and I'm guessing it's the, like, the brown dude, gives you an ether, like, every single time. And this is one of those fights, I'm pretty sure they did this in the Denadoro Mountains, too, where if you approach from, like, one side, you get one fight, but if you approach from, like, the different direction, or, you know, like, a different direction, then you get, like, a different fight. See, if I come from this way, you have to, like, transition the screen to reset the fight. But if you come from this way, you do this, like, different fight. So basically, I just went back and forth and just redid that fight over and over again and, like, fast forward until I was able to get 20. I did learn some stuff off camera. On the fight that gave me the 20th ether, I got Ice 2 and Arc Impulse. It wasn't until I saw someone else's Let's Play that I realized that Arc Impulse, it's short for Arctic Impulse. I was like, oh, I don't know. I thought it was just Arc, man. And yes, I did make a save state right here. Okay, so let's go. I don't need, like, a crazy amount of ethers. I just need enough to, like, keep me topped off in between, like, save points. And I did buy some, shelters and some more, like, revives and, like, I forget if I bought mid-tonics, but I got a good amount of those, so we should be good on healing items. Yeah, all that grinding I did gave me, like, tons of money. Oh, man. But yeah, it just kind of sucked that there wasn't, like, a good place to grind. The fight that I did, that one that I mentioned with the 2 freelancers and the 3 goblins, that was like an easy fight. But I was only getting, like, 174 experience points, but I was getting, like, 10 tech points, I think. I think it was 10. So there's that part of me that's like, watch, I'm gonna go into Magus's castle, and every fight's gonna give me, like, a bajillion. Yeah, see, that's a pretty big bump. That's, like, more than double. And that wasn't even any... That fight wasn't, like, even, like, a hard fight. Oh, but I was like, whatever. Like, it's not that bad. Doing it, like, fast forward isn't that bad. I did also realize that that Luca had the freaking beret instead of Marl, so I put that on Marl. It was only +3, so I wasn't, like, at a huge disadvantage by, like, not having it on for that flea fight or whatever, but... So I did catch that. I don't know. I feel like that attack is a little bit, like, underwhelming, considering it's called Destruction Zone. You'd think that it'd be, like, a little bit more than, like, a red circle. Like, they could have, like, added some kind of, like, texture to the circle or something to make it look a little bit more, you know? I don't know. I feel like they, like, tried to oversell it with the name. Oh, wait, that was a mid-ether, wasn't it? Okay, so I guess we'll save the mid-ether for, like, the boss fight. By the way, I do think it's cool that, there's this, like, story point or whatever where they're like, Lavos summoned, or not Lavos, Magus, wait, no, it said Magus created Lavos. And then after we defeat him, they're like, no, I only summoned him. So I do think it's kind of interesting that, that there's like multiple times in the game where we're like told that Magus like summoned him or created him. Jeez, I keep saying it backwards. So I do think it's cool that like usually whenever you're told like story things in a game, it's usually not like wrong. It's usually like correct. So to have it where people were just like incorrect and just telling you the wrong thing, and then you as the player hear that, and then like your video game logic kicks in, and you just assume that everything that you're told is like the truth or correct, you know? I mentioned this before, but anytime there's like something that's like a myth or a legend or a fable, it always ends up being real. So I thought it'd be interesting if at some point someone created a video game where there's like a legend or a myth or a fable or whatever, and it's just like not in the game, and then like no one's gonna believe it. They're like, no, they mentioned it. They said it was in the game. It's like, well, they said it was a myth, and it's like, well, it actually was a myth. Like, it's literally not in the game because it literally like wasn't real, because it's like a myth that actually was like a legitimate myth. Thou canst not run. Okay, I wasn't like super paying attention during that fight, but it's fine. We can just like, I wasn't getting like hurt like super duper badly, so I was like, oh, we can just heal after this series of fights or whatever. Oops. Oops. I'm stuck. Huh. How badly did that hurt? Okay, not that bad. Huh. Why does everybody have exactly the same amount of HP? They all had, like, different amounts. Right? Waha, how's this? It is kind of weird that, like, this entire room is, like, constructed. Like, someone went through all the trouble to, like, to install, like, the conveyor belt and, like, the motor that, like, powers the conveyor belts and whatnot. Erg! What the? Impossible! I mean, it's not that impossible, dude. Okay, the old Donkey Kong section. You can actually go like this and dodge them. You do have to, like these, like, short ladders are kind of, like, finagly. Like, you have to finagle on the ladders just right. Otherwise, you, like, don't go down, like, far enough and you get gotted. You know what? I'll do this fight. Oh, wait. How do I activate the fight? Oh, do you have to get hit by the green dude to activate the fight? Can I not do this fight? I was wanting to do this fight. Okay, well. On the bats, like, literally, I actually didn't know that. That, like, they literally, like, don't fight you. Okay, I do not have this memorized. As you can see, I walked directly straight into it. Actually, this is a good place to grind. There are these, like fake save points, and I'm pretty sure they give you... Oh, man, what do they give you? They give you something good. Did they give you, like, a good amount of, like, experience, and it's, like, for a very easy fight? But I'm pretty sure, like, it's worth, like, purposefully going into, like, every hole and getting them. And I am pretty sure that you only have to do this fight the first time you fall, I think. I don't know, I feel like we're ready for, like, a palette swap of those Decedent guys, those Skelemen. Like, we're still fighting the ones from, like, the prison when Chrono was, like, by himself. So at this point, like, if they... I'm pretty sure there is a palette swap of them later, but it's like, I feel like they could have had, like, another one at this point in the game. Like, they're just, like, time wasters. Like, they're not, like, worth the fight, but, like, that one, like, we had to do. Yeah, let's see what we get. 432, 6 tech points. Okay, so it's not super duper good, but it is 400 for essentially free. So I guess, Yeah, it's just like luck. I'm actually not entirely sure if like each hole has the save points that are like designated, or if it's randomized. It is possible that like each hole will have it where like a certain one will always be like the battle, like the fake save points, like every single time, or not. We got one fake one, one real one, and I don't remember what the other ones are. It's not 3 fake ones and a real one, right? Oh, and then one takes you out. So I guess it's 2, yeah, no, there's like 2. There's like one place where you can like... They gotta go like in between. Yeah, I actually don't know what the 4th one is. Is it just like 2 of these fights? You know, did those things even attack you? Okay, you know what? Just for science. Okay, so that's the one that leads out. Okay, so there are 2 that are fights. All right, fair enough. I'll do this one since I already have the fight activated. And then the other one is the save point. Yeah, I guess without save states, you would have, like, no way of actually, like, verifying that. Unless you wanted to, like, go through the entire thing or whatever. Oh, man, I wonder if we're gonna be okay with the Magus fight. I mean, with 2 healers, we should be okay, right? I mean, in theory. Urgh! What the? Impossible! Why does he think it's impossible? It's not impossible, like, at all, dude. Well, he slashed me, and then I ran away, and then the fight activated. Oh, that guy's up there. I do think it's cool how, like, some of the enemies have, like, combo attacks. I think it would be cool if there was, like, more that did. Or more that had them, or whatever. Oh, yeah, this is the guy that you gotta switch back and forth. I do think that's, like, a tasty sound effect. That, like, diddling sound. I gotta use another magic attack? Okay, well, I kind of was wanting to save my MP, but it's like, well, there aren't that many of these guys, right? It's not gonna be enough to like, be a super big deal, I don't think. Okay, let's stay on top of the healing situation. I do think it is kind of weird how there are some enemies that you only see, like, a couple of times. Like, that bomber guy, I'm pretty sure, like, this is the only room that you see him in. Like, why even bother creating a new enemy just to have him be in, like, one place? Or, like, one room, or whatever. Is there even a second one? Okay, there's at least 2 of them. I don't know. Like, if I was, like, a guy that was, like, creating enemies, and I created an enemy that would be fought twice, and then, like, the player can bypass them, okay, 3 times, and you can just, like, bypass them, I don't think I would feel, like, very fulfilled with, like, my work or whatever. Well, I guess, in all fairness, the people that make the enemies probably made, like, all of them. So it's not like there was, like, one guy that only made, like, the one thing and he feels, like, useless. And he gets home and his wife, like, berates him. Okay, I didn't get hurt, did I? Well, I wasn't fully healed from the last time. What are those things on the back of the heads of those like goblin palette swap dudes? Like, are they wearing like a hat? Do they just have like a long hat, like Link's hat? What's the point of all the extra like material on Link's hat? Like, why is it so long? Or it just like dangles, like down like the back of his like head or whatever. Groupie. I did not know that that was their name. I forgot about that guy's name. Oh man. I've been recording for 42 minutes, I think. Huh. I did not know that he had that move. I don't remember that move. Maybe it's because they don't really like kill him before, since their attacks are usually stronger, since they have like the most recent weapon. Yeah, whenever I like cutting stuff, I haven't been like keeping track of like the time. That's part of the reason why a lot of the episodes have been over 40 minutes. Just because like when I finish, I'll have like, you know, 55 minutes of footage, or like, you know, an hour and 10 minutes of footage, or how, you know, however much time. And I'm not really like keeping track of like how much time I'm spending like off camera. Actually don't know if they start with their physical or magic thing on or whatever. Okay, we'll use the ice water. I'm pretty sure ice water is like cheap, so you get a good value for your MP. Oh, that was pretty good, but it still didn't kill him. We should be able to... yeah, just kill him with one more hit. As long as we don't attack with Marl. Alright, piece of cake. Man, 600 for that fight. Okay, how are we doing on things anyway? Okay, Marl will probably gain one more level. I actually don't know how much further we have to go. We have the like the fake fight with Ozzy. And then I don't remember what else. Fight Arctic Impulse, will they all die? Oh wait, that's only on a single target. God damn it. I mean, I guess it's like cool looking, but I don't know. I think that ice sword is like cooler. That like super like crunchy like sound or whatever, like when you whacks with the sword. I think that like the sound effect makes that like more satisfying on the whole. Okay, so physical attacks now. My gosh, did that count as a physical attack? And it's called Arctic Impulse, but you didn't actually like see any ice. It just made that like T shape or that cross or whatever, but it didn't look icy at all. Okay, so I got a physical attack that all the dudes except the upper left one. Okay, well I can do that. They should be closer to death, so I'll attack the upper left guy last. Actually, we'll just go like that with Marl. Yeah, so, like, I haven't been, like, meaning to go over on the time. I just keep, like, misestimating how much, like, footage will be there after it's all, like, said and done. What the? Impossible! Man's getting a real workout. Arrgh! This takes the cake. My gosh. That's like the most like boomer like thing to say. That's like people that are like older than boomers say that. Okay, more fights. Oh man, I'm really like wondering about this like Magus fight. It's like, yeah, we're getting experience, but it's like, well, the game is like forcing me to do these. So the game like knows that I'm gonna have all the experience from all these fights. Oh man. Okay, so those guys take 3 attacks to kill. Alright, come on, dude. Oh man, another level for Miss Morrow. Oh yeah, I forgot. I just made the comment that I was like close to a level. Okay, well, I'm pretty sure we're probably gonna get a heal spot where I can use that thing. Use a shelter. So we're probably gonna be fine. Okay, 204. 709. 460. Alright. Oh yeah, I forgot. That streamer guy that I mentioned, he got confused with Chrono, but he never used it because he thought that it just casts Confuse. Like, he didn't say it, but the fact that he never used it, like, he just thought that it was just a confusion move. So it's like, dude. And it was, like, blind, so it's like, well, like, nobody, like, told him. And then he like, didn't beat the game, and we're, like, I don't know, 2 months after the fact or something like that. Like, he hasn't gone back to it. Yeah, that's my one complaint about that guy. Like, he is, like, a super cool guy. But he definitely, like, if, like, he, like, doesn't, like, beat games. And it's one thing if it's, like, he started Dungeon Magic, and he didn't beat it. He started, Super Metroid Z Factor. He made it pretty far, but he didn't finish it. And then with this one, he made it pretty far. Let me think. How far did he make it? He got past the Zeal part. He got to the part where everything, like, all the side quests, like, unlock. He got to that point, and then instead of picking a side quest and doing it, he stopped the stream and then never went back to it. I'm just like, bro. Oh yeah, I learned Spire off camera, by the way. I don't know. I kind of wish that, I don't know. I don't really like Spire that much. In terms of, like, effects or whatever. I don't think it's a very good, like, effect or whatever. You put this giant goofy sword where that, like, the hilt is all, like, misshapen. Like, the sides of the hilt, like, aren't even there. Just the handle. My god, 1600? Jesus. I didn't know that they'd be that weak to that. But then if you cast it on the top of the screen, you can't see it very well. And even when you cast it at, like, the bottom, I feel like the lightning bolt that hits it is, like, an unimpressive looking lightning bolt. They could have had a way cooler lightning bolt hit the sword. I guess you do have, like, the small lightning ones that, like, crackle around or whatever, which that's, like, kind of cool. But when you have, like, the big bolt hit it, I think should have been, like, a cooler looking one. I'm pretty sure it gives you a hint. Okay, he says watch where you're aiming when you do that. If you actually try to just attack him, I wonder if he gives you a hint as to like try to aim somewhere else. You know what? I think one of your other party members says something. Wee hee hee. Eh? Okay, so Ozzy at least makes sense, because he doesn't die. He just falls in a pit. But the other two are, like, super dead, and yet somehow they're just, like, magically alive. We have to hurry. We must hurry to Magus's place. Okay, read that wrong. Okay, okay, I guessed right. Obviously, if you hit the wrong one, you can go back. Okay, I'm guessing we're at an episode. So, we'll end it here. Well, we'll go through this one last room. Actually, do you have to fight these guys? If they catch you? Oh man, they, like, block you. And you do have to fight them, apparently. Okay, well, I guess we'll do this fight. Jeez. Actually, I do have a kind of a funny story with, oh man, you can hear, I don't think I knew that, or, like, I never noticed that you can actually hear the chanting, from here. I'm assuming that's chanting, right? That's what that's supposed to, like, be. But, the first time I played this game, I was playing it on, like, a cube TV. And when I first entered the room and everything was pitch black, there was so much dust. Well, what happened was, when I entered the room and it was black, I thought that I could very faintly see, like, a path. When I came in here, Nuega Ziena Ziberzam, I didn't know that he had such a goofy chant. But when I got to this screen, I was, like, squinting. I was, like, looking real hard at the screen. I thought that I could see a path. And then so I started trying to, like, walk along the path. But then when I walked, the path on the screen didn't move. And then these thingies started lighting up. And it made me, like, confused. Because I was like, wait, why is this, like, scrolling, but the path on the screen isn't scrolling? As it turns out, what it was, now the chosen time has come. You know what? I should make a save state right here in case I need to go back. And, apparently what it was that, there was so much dust on the TV screen that I thought that the dust was, like, forming, like, a path or whatever. And, like, apparently, like, some of the dust must have been, like the entire screen wasn't, like, coated in dust. But there was, like, there were, like, bits of it that had been, like, wiped off or that, like, were, for whatever reason, like, dust wasn't on, like, that part of the screen. But there was, like, dust on, like, most of the screen, but not all of it. But I thought that, that it was making, like, a path that I could walk on, and I just never noticed because the screen had never been, like, pitch black. So I was actually, like, looking for a path, and I thought I was seeing it with the dust. So it was one of those, like, moments where it's like, okay, well, not my smartest feeling moment, but we'll end it here. So that's gonna do it for this one. Thanks, as always, for watching, and hopefully we'll beat this guy on the first time, on the first attempt or whatever. Yeah, I've been saying that on, like, every boss fight. Like, every boss fight, it's been, like, sketchy for the most part. Not every single one, but like, a lot of them, I've, I've died, like, so much and had so much trouble that, that it is kind of interesting. Like, it's more fun or whatever. Like, this playthrough is, like, interesting for me, when, like, you go into a boss fight and you're not sure if you're gonna be able to win. So, so I think that it was a good idea for me to do the run like this. Because, like I said, I am burned out from, like, playing this game or whatever. But having it like this, it actually is making it, like, more interesting for me. I forget if I said that. I might have already said that. But it still holds true. And, so, yeah, I'm actually having a good time. And it's good when I have a good time playing these games. But anyway, that's going to do it for this one. Thanks, as always, for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.